One small step for men, one giant step for alien kind. What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to today's review. So if you see the same shirt for a lot of the reviews, it's not because I'm lazy. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit lazy and I don't want to change my shirt because I'm comfortable. I got one message from someone saying, why don't you change your clothes during the reviews? I'm like, they're pre-recorded. Shush. But for today's review, we are going to be going into Alien Isolation, one of my favorite games I've ever played on the channel and in general. So I was never partial to the games in outer space, like space games. They just never really intrigued me all that much. I don't know about you guys. Simply because it was just aliens. Aliens never really caught my attention, besides the movie from 1972. That was a bomb diggity movie. All of the plot lines were very similar to nearly exact. In Lost in Space, a creature is set loose. A main character has to find and capture said creature. It's just, you know, etc, etc, etc. But this game was an exception. Why? Because Alien Isolation is created from the very good, very popular 1970s film Alien. For those who have not yet seen the movie, you might not know about that it was put into a video game by Sega. Now take my suggestion. Watch the movie before playing the game. You'll fangirl, you'll fanboy, you'll fan person a lot harder and a lot more than if you were just to play the game on its own, because you wouldn't really get the connection. It's like reading a book before you go and see the movie in the theaters. There's just some things you can't do without. So from this point on, there will be spoilers. I've warned you, you've been warned, please beware, be cautious, and continue at your own peril. In this game, Alien Isolation, we start off from the viewpoint of Amanda Ripley, who is Ellen Ripley's daughter. Amanda is the same brand of kick-ass that her mother was, so aliens in the games have two choices, either to run or be killed. In all actuality, since I'm controlling Amanda, the character was dying way more on my end than anything else. Now, in the beginning of the game, you don't really see the entire glory that is the xenomorph until a few parts into the game. Now, you're probably asking yourself, and I'm going to tell you, is the xenomorph scary? Maybe for some people, not for me, but for some people, yeah, it probably is. Frustrating to deal with? Yes, but did you see how cute its second mouth is? Yes, for an example, the xenomorph is a terrifying thing for those of you who actually believe aliens exist and might run into one of those suckers. That's a terrifying experience, and I don't ever want to run into one of those things in real life. And you know what? For most, the xenomorph is a terrifying example of what made both the game and the movie Alien just a masterpiece. And for me, my humble opinion, it is a masterpiece. Now, the concept of the alien in this day and age is nothing new. Nothing new. We see so many renditions of what was a 1970s film, and people replay the idea over and over. It's trying to it's almost like trying to reinvent the wheel to an extent. But in the 1970s, the concept of finding an alien race on another planet was an extraordinary concept that brought forth the idea that there could be possibly life on other planets. Now, this game without a doubt does the movie justice. There will be games, I will say, that are created from the movie that are very poor in their attempt at a recreation. Now, for example, Avatar. I don't think we need to bring up that hot mess. The story of the movie Alien stayed the same and was very coherent. There wasn't any creating a new character. There wasn't a scene from a movie that was cut out of the game just to make things smoother. It was just a very cohesive flow, and everything was kept to the movie's original cohesiveness and succinctness, if you will. It made me filled with anxiety whenever I played the game to a certain extent, just like it did whenever I was watching the movie, because the movie for me, I saw when I was like 10 or 11 years old roughly, and I absolutely, it just made me kind of like on edge the entire time, and that's the way I felt with the game too. Now, this game has so much I could delve into. There's a lot. The character development, you know, again, like Doki Doki Literature Club, for example. There's a lot of psychology. There's a lot to this game that could be unfolded, but I would probably be writing a 10-page paper on it. In the game Alien Isolation, the game mechanics are very simple when gotten used to, and there's just so many devices that can be used to distract enemies, to distract the alien, to kill people. There's a lot of fun to be had. There are homemade bombs, there are noisemakers, there are electronic rods that'll knock the socks off of any android you encounter. Just be careful whenever you're using the flamethrower with the androids, because they kind of tend to, you know, feed off of the hellish energy that it delivers. I would recommend this game in a heartbeat. If you're ready for a long adventure that can get tedious at times, then get ready. Put on your seatbelt and hope that you stay on the Xenomorph's good side. Because honey, he's about to scare your socks off. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because I make videos every weekday. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.